Today is Cameron White. Cameron White is the owner of Flex Effect Gym in downtown Smithfield. He is a certified group fitness instructor as well as a certified sports nutritionist through the American Council on Exercise. Cameron specializes in training for strength, speed, and agility, weight loss, and functional fitness. In college, Cameron was a Division I sprinter at Campbell University, where he completed his undergraduate degree in business management. Cameron continued his track and field career at the University of North Carolina, Wilmington, where he completed his graduate degree. Cameron was a medalist in the Atlantic Sun and Colonial School conferences and set a school record in 4x100 relay event while at Campbell University and UNC Wilmington. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Cameron White.
Hi guys, first off I thank Mr. McNeil and Smithfield Middle for having me out to speak. My name is Cameron White. I'm the owner and head coach at Flex Effect here in downtown Smithfield. We are a training facility based on sports performance, but also general fitness and wellness. We actually have some of the athletes participate in our program here in the very room. I like to start with a story, guys. I like stories, so this is a story about a young kid who wanted to be the best athlete of all time. We can call him Jimmy, okay? All he did from sun up to sundown was dream about being the best. Talked about being the best, always had something to say about how he was going to be the greatest of all time. Now, Jimmy had a friend, Patrick. Now, Patrick was shorter, slower, and Patrick did not catch so well. Now, tryouts were coming up after summer, and the coach could only pick a select few, of the youth athletes. And look, y'all, talent was good. Talent was good. Just right here in Smithfield, right, guys? All right, now. So, now Jimmy just kept talking about how great of an athlete he wanted to be, while Pat sought out some help for his speed, for his inability to catch the ball so well. So he works his butt off, does his best to eat right, and lo and behold, before summer ends, Pat hits a growth spurt. Jimmy walks around talking about how good he's going to be, but never does anything to get better. When Jimmy and Pat show up for the first day of tryouts, everybody's pumped up, adrenaline's high. You guys know what it's like to step out first day of tryouts. Everybody's excited. And Pat, who was slower, shorter, and couldn't catch so well, is running around looking like a stud. He's worked for it. He knows he's ready. He's put in the prep time. Now Jimmy is out there struggling to get through the drills because after all that talking, he didn't do any prep work, and he's gassed. Hands on his hips, not feeling so well. Now I ask you this. Which person would you young athletes here tonight rather be? The person who lays his or her head down at night and knows that day in and day out, you do the little things. Listen to mom and dad. All right, all the people that we've got out here supporting you guys. The great team that you have up here. Guys like Mr. McNeil that put in the effort and do the little things to know that when you lay your head down at night, today was a good day. And there's only so much time in the day. And look, believe me, I was sitting where you guys were, in the past, and it goes by quick. It goes by quick. Or would you rather be the person that goes to bed at night knowing, hey, I listened today. I hit the books hard. I did the little things. All the things that I can control. Now it's easy to worry about everything else. And you guys know what I'm talking about. What she said, what he said, who's doing what. What's hard is to motivate yourself. Listen to all the good advice. And guys, there is good advice all around you. But you have to listen to it. And you have to go out there and earn it. And I know that you guys, everyone in here, can agree that we all know that feeling. And it's a bad feeling. Of that feeling, I'm just not ready. Could be a test. It could be a trial, like Pat and Jimmy. But that's a bad feeling. When you stand around and you get that feeling in your gut that, man, I could have done better. I could have been here. All right? But I chose to not put in the prep work and be ready. I was a Division I track and field sprinter. I wasn't going to go into this, but I was already asked. So some of my times were in the 40-yard dash. I won a 4:39 in college, a 6:70 60-meter sprint, a 21:20 200-meter dash, and a 10:50 100-meter sprint. Now I can tell you guys, along my journey, I was faced with plenty of doubt and a whole lot more adversity. And there was a whole lot of opportunities where I could have said, man, this is tough. It would have been a whole lot easier to quit. And it was even that much more difficult to press on and succeed. I can tell you a thing or two about hard work. Our practice as a Division I sprinter was every other sport's punishment. Now y'all know how hard it was for me to have buddies that played basketball, football, volleyball, tennis, and to see them going and suiting up with the team, heading out to go practice, running routes, drills. What was I going to do that day? Run. Didn't know how or how long, but you best believe there was going to be some running involved. Now guys, that kind of platform will challenge any young man or young woman. But with great adversity, guys, comes great opportunity to succeed. And that's what I did. I did not accept failure. I watched a lot of young men and women who come in the program with me never make it. Because it did get hard. And there were times where we would have practice, 2-a-days, 5 a.m. workout, stayed in through the weekends, no spring break, no Christmas break, that it got hard. And I thought about, well, why am I doing this? You know, why am I taking the time to work so hard when everybody else is just goofing off? And that's something that you got to ask yourself, guys. But if you can't, think about what you want out of life. We're the sports banquet. And if you don't have the drive to be the best, a little technical difficulty here. Here we go. And if you don't have the drive to be the best, guys, it's going to be tough. Now, along the way of my journey as a school record holder and eventual fitness performance coach, with the opportunity to see athletes work to improve themselves, like a young athlete sitting here tonight, Mr. Jonathan Langdon, who's done a great job, has been working with me for a while. I've witnessed other kids like myself have potential and see that potential realized. And guys, that's a powerful thing. I've had athletes sign scholarship opportunities at Division I programs, UNC Chapel Hill, East Carolina University, University of North Carolina, Wilmington, Campbell, and Mount Olive College University, just to name a few. The hard work and dedication I put in as my years as a scholarship athlete honed me into the man I am today. There were plenty of bumps in the road and opportunities to quit when things got tough. Especially on break when my friends were having fun and I was working. But being an elite athlete, and guys, each and every one of you should have that want to be the very best at what you do. And there's so many great things to be good at. Educators, sports, the list goes on. But if you're doing something, guys, each one of you should have that chip on your shoulder that, hey, I want to be the best. Because I don't know how to do anything, guys. I'm a sprinter. Unless it's 110%. Now, I may not be able to go that long, but I'm going to give it 110%. And when it's done, I'm going to be laid out. But I'm going to know that I gave it everything I had. And if I won, it's on me. And if I lost, it's on me. You guys need to put that on your shoulders too. Having the dedication to hone one's body and mind to a level of discipline that many are going to talk about along the way, but few are going to have the guts to achieve. I believe life is a culmination of our greatest successes and our worst failures. And both are equally important, guys. Each bump in my road, each challenge, each doubter, each adversity that I was faced and overcame, guys, is a notch on my belt that I'll never forget. And it allows me to push young athletes, just like you guys, to be at your best. And it gives me something to relate to. I'd like to challenge every face in here tonight, guys, to dream big. But don't forget the most important part. You have to chase it. No one is going to come and give it to you. Mom and Dad would love to give it to you. Mr. McNeil would love to give it to you. But you can't have it gave to you. The only way you're going to get what you want out of life, guys, is to sacrifice, is to work hard, is to sweat. And there's going to be doubt. There's going to be times that you don't feel so great about it. There's going to be days that feel like $1,000,000 and days that you don't feel like 2 pennies. But that's life. And the good is just as important as the bad. You have to pray. And pray hard. You have to believe in yourself. And you have to face your fears. That's important, guys. I see a room full of potential. Young athletes that have the world in front of them. And a whole lot of adversity to come. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm here to tell you, it is not going to be easy. But what it is going to be is life. And in life, you get out what you put in. It's just like fitness, athletes. The harder you train, the more you hit the weights, the more you listen to your coaches. You've got to make the grades so you can participate. The more you do the little things, the better you're going to do when it's time to suit up. Put on the spikes. Lace up. Because you know when you lay your head down at night that you've done everything that you can do. Now, guys, if you don't have that feeling, if you don't know what that feeling feels like, I'm standing up here to tell you it's powerful. And you can do anything you put your mind to. And guys, you got to remember that. But that's the thing. You have to set your mind to doing it. And if you don't lay out a plan, I can't just say, I want to be like Jimmy, the best athlete. How do you become the best athlete? Train hard, work hard, sleep, study. The little things along the way, guys, before season even comes, is what's going to see you to being great. And at the same time, guys, if you don't take the time to study, if you don't take the time to put in the effort to know that when you're suited up against somebody else, it doesn't matter who they are, where they're from, or how good they are, because you know that you gave it 100%. And I'm telling you, guys, if you don't know that feeling, you got to find it. Because success is right there. It's right there for everybody. Each one of you can have success. But you have to have a plan. and you have to start stepping one at a time. It just doesn't happen. You can't talk about it. You can't just brag about it. You have to go and do it. So again, I see a room full of potential. But potential is only as useful as the hands that put it to work. Again, potential is only as useful as the hands that put it to work. That's you guys. You got to do something with it. You are blessed. But if you don't take the extra time, it's all for nothing. Now, finding your true potential, guys, is just that. Hard work. Tomorrow, the next day, 7 days, 7 years. It doesn't matter. You've got to make that decision now. You've got to make that decision tonight when you lay your head down that you're going to do all the little things that you can do to be the very best you can. And I promise, I'm here to make that promise, guys. If you can do that, at the end of the day, whatever happens, it's going to be a success. Never quit working. Believe big. And guys, always keep flexing. Thank you guys for coming to the talk. Thank you guys.